Hello, friends. Welcome to Trending. Today is Thursday, December 15th. It's about 9:30, and thank you for joining us.
Yes.
How you doing, Joe?
I'm doing all right. It's been kind of a strange week of like Christmas parties.
Yes.
There's a lot of things going on. Presents, wrapping.
Yes.
All of that. So
The most wonderful time of the year.
Yeah.
One might say.
I know. I'm like kind of getting into the week going, I am about out of gas. I
understand. All right, so usually every week what we do, Joe,
Right.
we take the week's biggest kind of headlines, some of the news stories, and try to throw our faith element in. That's our shtick. That's what we do every week, except for the last 3 weeks of the year.
That's right.
Or we just throw that out the window and we just try to do something kind of fun.
That's right.
So if you're here for really deep, meaningful spiritual content, go watch another episode or watch the sermon or something, because that is not what you're going to get today or the next 3 weeks, really.
There's nothing like just being authentic.
We're just letting you know off the front. If this isn't for you, we understand. We'll see you next time. But so at the end of the year, we do just some kind of fun things to wrap up the year. So we're kind of going with the flow of the season, and we're just having some fun today. So last year we did this thing where we're kind of doing the Oprah shtick, where we're going to throw out some of our favorite things of the year. Yes. And maybe if you still need some last minute shopping, maybe there'll be some ideas that you can put something together here before the last minute Christmas rush.
Yeah.
At least my things are things that you could probably get last minute if you needed something.
Yeah.
So.
And plus I think just in the spirit of like, we're like real people here on Trending, you know? Like we're not just some AI.
Right.
And so maybe the good folks out there want to know a little bit more about us.
Sure. Why not?
You know.
Why not?
So this is a way to kind of get a window into who we are.
I like it. Okay. Yeah. So I think last year we did 5 things each.
It was a lot.
It was a lot. So this year I have 3 things. You're your typical overachiever self. You've got 4 things, I think. So
yeah. I slid a 4th thing in. I don't know
why not.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so you got 4. Why don't you start us off? What's one of your top 4 favorite things of 2022?
Okay, so I've got a favorite story that's developing. You probably heard the story of this Nickerson High School basketball player, Ava Jones.
I don't know.
Okay, so like we would drive through Nickerson to get to Sterling from Wichita.
Yes.
And it was just a well-known fact that you drive the exact speed limit in Nickerson.
Yes.
Like they don't give a care.
That's my one and only speeding ticket was in Nickerson. Yes, that's what they're known for. Okay,
anyways,
continue.
What they're also known for is Ava Jones. She's a great basketball player, was poised to go to Iowa to play ball there. Great women's basketball program in the Big Ten. A tragic news, around 4th of July weekend, she was playing in a tournament, I think in Nashville, and an impaired driver struck her family. They were walking on the sidewalk. Her dad was killed instantly, and then she and her mom were in the hospital. A long road to recovery. But like 5 weeks ago, there was some footage of her back in the gym, like starting to dribble the basketball again and shoot. And I think Iowa's still welcoming her to come be a part of the team. And so it's just a neat story of resiliency of that Nickerson community coming around, and also like Iowa basketball surrounding this girl. And so I bet you she gets back to the court at some point. So it's kind of a neat story that's developing. It's really local. I mean, just about an hour away or something like that. So it's been kind of something fun to follow at this point. So anyways,
nice, cool. Yeah. That's awesome. I hadn't heard about that. So that's a cool story.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
That's a very inspiring and very cool story.
Hard transition.
This is not that. So people who know me well know that I really like Mountain Dew. I drink a lot of Mountain Dew, right? That's one of the things I'm kind of known for. And about once a year, I try to stop and see how long I can go. It's kind of just like testing my addiction and trying to get a little healthier, right? And so I do this every once in a while, and it's usually not very successful. Like I just love it. So
can we pause for just a second? Next year when you do this, can you like be forthright about it so we can have like a Mountain Dew watch? And like
sure,
see, like before and after pictures.
Sure.
I think it would be awesome.
Okay, sure. I'll let you know. Well, I'm currently in the middle of this.
Okay.
So I have not had a regular Mountain Dew in like I think 7 weeks.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's been a while. And one of the things that's hard for me is like I have trouble finding a substitute. But I finally have a substitute that I am enjoying. So if you are trying to get rid of sugar in your diet, or you're trying to cut down on pop soda, what's currently working for me is this lovely product called Clear American. Clear American from Walmart. So it's not bubbly or LaCroix. It's got more flavor. But it's still zero sugar, 0 calories, 0 caffeine, 0 sodium.
Zero.
It's 0. It's just it's fancy water.
I see a theme here.
But it tastes better than LaCroix. I can't handle LaCroix. Just not one of those people. So if you want to cut back on full sugar soda, and you're having trouble like me,
Right.
check out Clear American from your local Walmart.
All right.
Okay, there you go.
I like it, man. We'll have to get a case. And what's
It's
so
good.
sad is like we just had a staff Christmas party, and it was like Secret Santa instead of White Elephant gift.
Yes.
And whoever picked you, I think it was Kylie.
Yes.
She loaded you down with Mountain Dew.
She did.
Yes.
Those bottles are safely secured at home. They will be enjoyed.
Okay.
But I'm just trying to, especially during the holidays, cutting back a little bit.
Like on New Year's Eve, you gotta
Maybe so. I'll just get wild on New Year's Eve.
Anyways, like you are well known. Like that's like one of the first things that people think of.
I know. But it's so, like, I recognize it's a horrible habit. I know it's horrible. Like, regular
judging
soda's
you.
horrible for you.
I'm not
trying to
judging
cut
you.
back.
All right.
Thanks, Clear American. Okay, what's your number 2?
All right, so there's like an array of podcasts that I really enjoy, and I'll just kind of throw them up on the screen here. But just if you're looking for some podcast ideas, faith or faith adjacent. So every morning I exercise. I kind of walk or run to and from the gym. So I think I get up like a good solid hour and a half of listening to podcasts, like shuffle through a lot of them. So a couple that are, I think, noteworthy.
Okay.
So I just saw like on the Non-Sunday School Facebook group that they're putting up podcast suggestions. So you can add this to those. One's called Better Questions. It's actually made by Matt Jaderson, our good friend here in town.
Sure.
You went to Sterling with him.
Good friend.
I work with Matt. Brilliant guy, and he is soliciting questions, and he tackles some really tough ones. And he's winsome, and he's really bright. So I recommend anything higher. Better Questions is good. Another one is The Bible for Normal People. Peter Enns, Old Testament scholar, Jared Bias, clear-headed professor as well. They have great guests on, probably guests that and authors of books that people don't hear a lot from. But these guys they're all about the Bible. They may have a different perspective than some of you out there who also read the Bible. But I find every episode I'm like, man, that was a home run. It was good. So another one. So my hero is N.T. Wright. May have mentioned him a time or two.
Good old Tom.
Yes, good old Tom. He's got a podcast through Premier Radio over in the UK called Ask NT Wright Anything. So he gets to kind of just freehand answer questions.
Nice.
Anything from like questions about Catholicism to predestination to pastoral issues that come up. And so every Thursday, good 20 minutes, nice and lighthearted chat between he and Justin Briley.
Nice.
Who's got an amazing host voice, Justin Briley. Another one is the Bama podcast. Marty Solomon and Brent is co-host. They start, like, if you subscribe to this one, like, do the toggle on the settings to the oldest first and start from the very beginning, because they start in Genesis and they walk their way through the Bible. Very provocative. He comes from more of like a rabbinical teaching subset, and so I think it's great. And then last but not least, if you're looking for a news podcast, this one's dangerous. Like whenever like you say a news podcast, because everybody's got their opinion and they're skeptical of anything that's not their preference. But I found a good one. It's called Mo News. Moshua is the name of the guy who runs it. He's a reporter, seasoned reporter. It's just a very calm rendering of the daily news. Like zero like high emotion, no hot takes. It's just the quick read of the news. And then his Instagram feed, he will drip stuff throughout the day as news stories roll out. I find him to be very good, very center. And so anyways, those are a few that I have that I would recommend to you. So try them out. If you don't like them, I'm sorry. I'm not perfect. But those are just ones I really enjoy. So,
Nice, good. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Smart podcast recommendations.
Yeah.
So you're going with, again, you have more depth. I'm just keeping it real.
Yin and the yang, man.
Yin and the yang. But I hope this might be helpful to some people. So the one healthy habit I do have is I run a lot. I run quite a bit every day. Maybe not quite as much as Mr. Marathon over here, but I run quite a bit.
This guy's being bashful. Like, didn't you break a 2-hour half marathon?
Yes.
Pretty good.
Okay, well, thank you.
I mean, look at your hair. It looks like you're moving very fast because of how your hair is.
It's all a visual illusion. But I do run a lot, and I listen to podcasts, or listen to music, or I watch something on my iPad if I'm on the treadmill. And I've had a hard time finding good AirPods or earbuds that I like. Yeah. So I've tried, like I had the Apple ones for a long time, and they could I use them every day. This is gross, but they get sweaty. They just don't last very long. So I've gone through several different earbuds or AirPods. My favorite ones are made by one of my favorite companies, Wyze. I think I talked about Wyze last year. WYZE.
Yeah, don't forget that Y.
WYZE. They're a great company. They make really cool tech products for very cheap. And I've tried a bunch of some of the more expensive ones, and these are currently I'm not affiliated with Wyze, but they're currently on sale for $25.
Whoa!
So cheaper than you can get at Walmart, but they're great quality. The quality is really good. I use them every day, and I haven't had any trouble with them. The battery lasts a long time. It's like similar brands. It charges when it's in the case. So anyway, if you're looking for really good earbuds, especially if you're a runner or you exercise a lot, the earbuds from Wyze, and they've got a pro version and a regular version. I actually like the regular version better.
Hey.
So really cheap. If you're looking for a last minute gift, maybe you could pick up some Wyze earbuds.
Nice.
Highly recommend.
So I had a freak out with my earbuds a couple weeks back. Like I couldn't hear anything out of them.
Really?
And like I had gone to the gym, the base of it's back at home, so I couldn't like reset them, like like the kind of do like the power loop or whatever. And like this is gross, but I think one of my spiritual gifts is earwax production. Like it was like caked in there. Like sorry for so sensitive, stomachs at home, but like. So
I get it. When you run a lot,
I have to factor that in. So I want to do some of those bone conductor ones where they like sit outside your ears or whatever. So it's on my Amazon wish list. I don't know if anybody in my family loves me enough to buy those sort of things, but anyways, I'm going to try that. But it is tough finding a good pair of earbuds, man.
It is.
So anyways,
try Wyze. I'm a big fan.
We're looking at you, Wyze. They're going to be the first official sponsor.
That'd be awesome.
Wyze
and Clear American.
All right, so my third one is got to do some book recommendations, and this would be kind of weird. So I, of course, always reading. I think a lot of our audience, avid readers, you're thinking, what should I read next? I'm actually going to do a callback from last year. So once again, this is Big Ideas for Curious Minds, and it comes from like the School of Life people. There's actually a good YouTube channel that has a lot of these psychology, sociology, adjacent themes and stuff like that. But this one I think is geared towards kids. It addresses it's kind of like kid grade, but like the lessons within them are so profound that I find myself, after I do like my own daily like Bible reading, I'll pick up the Big Ideas book and I'm like going through it again and again. And so if you're looking for something where like you can just do a tune-up on life and habits and relationships, there's a lot of sources out there. Feel free to choose your own. But if you're like looking for like something new, you don't know where to go, I'm telling you, Big Ideas for Curious Minds is a good one. It'll cover everything from why we procrastinate to how we're supposed to know what to do with life and stuff like that. And it always comes from an interesting angle that I'm never expecting. And
nice.
And I've been like reading about spirituality, wisdom for like 20 years now.
Yeah.
And it never ceases to amaze me. I'll pick this thing up and it'll like kind of have another light bulb go on. So anyways, cool. Can't recommend it highly enough. The next one is, so sometimes I think that what we see sometimes in the modern church, some of our issues, is we forget our long and ancient story. And so some people who are certainly Christians, they've kind of lost their rootedness. And so when you lose your root system, anything is up for grabs. I think that's why we see at times, any of us, we begin to do things that are un-Christ-like or unhistorically Christian-like because we forgot our story. But so we have to find a way to like retrieve our story. Church history is just a big subject, though. This thing's been going on for a couple of thousand years. What source can you use to kind of get right to it? So there's actually a good book by Roger Olson. He's a church history prof. And this one's The Pocket History of Theology. So what he does is he actually takes the story of Christianity and then he overlays like some of the big beliefs and how they developed over time. And so what I'll do is like nearly every day I'll read like a section of this to remind us of the church history story. And I've got this neat bookmark, like my Seinfeld, this is Kramer bookmark, and I just kind of like advance it forward. So if you're looking for, like, if you want to know about church history, like where we came from, like you think the faith, our Christian faith is older than our t-shirts. It's older than Billy Graham. Like it comes from somewhere else. Yep. Like if you want to get like into the to the depths of our church history story, but in like a really easy, tangible way. I can't recommend that book enough. So we'll link links to these 2 books in the post below. But I find these, like just a little steady diety things to be helpful for my own, stoking of the mind and practice of the Christian faith. So anyways.
Cool.
Yeah.
Is Grandpa Minnow in there, Mr. Simons?
Yes, there's like a short little write-up of the Radical Reformation. It's very brief because
it's the pocket edition.
I know, and it's just kind of grappling with Lutheranism and Calvinism. So because that's where Mennonites came from, it's kind of a reaction to some of those early Protestant movements. So, anyways, all that to say, you're going to be if you read this book, I guarantee you're going to be watching Jeopardy someday.
Yep.
And like church history categories going to come up and you're going to nail it, and everybody in your family is going to be impressed. Maybe like 5 out of 10 impressed.
Nice.
But you're going to have your head high that day.
I like it.
So
awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, my last one again. Maybe not as useful, but a fun thing, I think. I didn't bring it with me. I should have. I'll put it up on the screen here. So I have a Quip toothbrush.
Oh, yeah, we got them too.
Dude, I love Quip.
Yeah.
Okay, but what I love the most about Quip is maybe last year sometime, there's a little thing you can upgrade to make it a smart toothbrush.
Okay.
So you can get this it's a smart motor that you put inside your toothbrush. Hold on. I know it sounds ridiculous. Stay with me. Because I think some people might be interested in getting one of these. So you put this inside. If you have a Quip toothbrush, a really cool electric toothbrush, you put this little thing inside, and it tracks your brushing habits. Okay, so it tells you like, okay, you brushed for this long, you did this much on the top, this much on the bottom. On this side, you're brushing a little too hard, a little too soft on this side. So I'm a nerd for technology. So that in itself, it's cool and it's kind of fun.
Cool.
Maybe it'll help your habits a little bit. But why I like it the most is you get points for brushing your teeth. So
we need that scoreboard, man.
No, but not only do you get the points, but you can redeem the points and get stuff.
What are you going to get with it? From Wise?
So hear me out. So if you brush twice a day, like hopefully most people are doing, right? Your points accumulate pretty quickly. So I've done this for about a year, and so far I've gotten a $5 Target gift card.
Okay.
And then I saved up my points. They have a really nice like travel toiletry bag, like a really like nice like luxury one.
Right.
So I saved that for a long time. I got that for free. And now I've got $10 in Target gift cards just for brushing my teeth every day.
The thing that you're going to do anyways.
Yes. So it's a little like if you've got a tech nerd in your life who likes some of this smart stuff, they might geek out about some of that anyway. But you can earn Target gift cards just for brushing your teeth every day.
That's awesome.
So I think, I know I get really excited about silly things that no one else cares about. No. But that, I think, is an awesome thing. So if you're a nerd or if you want to rack up some Target points, check out this smart toothbrush from Quip.
I like it, man. So okay. We've had Quip forever. I didn't know they had this smart thing.
It's a little add-on. So it's like $25, I think. But every once in a while they run a sale where it's really cheap. So
all right,
that's all you need.
I'm here for it. All right, my last one is like not very impressive, but we all have different apps on our smartphones.
Yes.
Some of us play games. I really only have one game, and it's called Retro Bowl.
Okay.
So back in the day, in like the 8-bit Nintendo and
Yep.
stuff, we had Tecmo Bowl, which is like a really, I don't know, basic football game. But they had like real pro players and stuff, and it was fun.
Okay.
I think Christian Okoye, the old Kansas City Chiefs guy, like
Yeah.
he was unstoppable
Nice.
in Tecmo Bowl.
Okay.
Retro Bowl's kind of got like the same thing. Like the graphics aren't fantastic, but it's such a fun game. You start your own like coaching career. You draft players. You of course play the games, and so there's a good chance if I have my phone on like landscape, I am playing Tecmo Bowl.
Nice.
Okay, and so right now, and I'll throw this up on the screen, but you can kind of see the stats of me as a head coach. So I am currently 80 years old in Retro Bowl world.
Okay.
I've won 29 Retro Bowls.
Nice.
Which is way beyond Bill Belichick's 7 Super Bowls. Okay, my regular season winning percentage is 89%, and my playoff winning percentage is 88%.
Wow.
I mean, and you can see here on the screen, like I haven't lost a game in several years. I've got a juggernaut team. But, you know, you have to, like, manage players and their poor attitudes and morale and stuff.
Yep.
It's a neat little thing. So if you're looking for a fun game, it's a free app. You can of course pay and get more.
Yeah.
It's a free app. Retro Bowl.
Nice.
You're gonna love it for all. You don't even have to be a sports fan, but I think football fans will like Retro Bowl.
Nice. I've never heard of it. That's a good find.
All right, there you go.
Okay. All right. Well, there's a few of our favorite things.
A few of them.
Get to know us a little better, and maybe you can snatch up one of these if you're still looking for a last minute gift idea. So.
Yeah.
Okay. So just as we wrap up here, so we've got. We'll give just a little hint. We have a special guest next week.
Aye.
Lined up, confirmed. He will be with us next week.
Nice.
If you were watching around Christmas time last year, you might know who we're talking about.
He works us in.
Yes, a very busy man this time of year, but he's going to be here next week. And then we'll wrap up the year with our predictions, and then we'll start the new year back with back to our normal trending thing.
That's right. There's going to be plenty of things to talk about.
Oh,
There always is.
Always.
You can count on it.
And
Death, taxes, and trending stuff.
Exactly. And there's a lot going on at Ridgepoint. Christmas Eve is coming up. We got a special Christmas Day, New Year's Day services. Lots of great holiday stuff going on around here. Love to have you. So you can get all the information on our website. If you're looking for somewhere to go for Christmas, we'd love to have you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Any closing thoughts?
Not really.
Okay.
Yes.
Clear American.
Clear American. I thought I was going to say all American. It's Clear American.
Clear American.
All right.
Love it.
All right.
Okay. Have a good day. Good weekend. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you next time.
See you next time.